cut off here. Hello, everyone. Eva Bussum here. I'm trying to get all my system running here. I can see everything. Commercials, gotta love them. So we have just one more week of the mini, and it's so sad. It's like a week and a couple days, you know. It's like just a few days. I think next Wednesday is the first, so it's just a couple days. So a week and a couple days, and the saddest part for me is what is this? That is not what I'm watching. Oh my goodness. There we go. That's what I'm watching. I made the words bigger again. It did an update and it made them small, and I was squinting. So now I made the words bigger. Hey, Kathy, I can see you nice and big too now. I made the font on my tablet as big as it could get. Hey, Dana. Oh, that's so much better. Let's see. I can even read it here without my glasses on. I'm so happy. So I started to say that we've only got a week. We've got 9 days, actually, until the new caddy goes live. I got to show you the outside of this thing. Unlike everybody else, I can't afford those little fancy tabs. So, you know, that's my life. I've kind of done it in sections as I spoke about. So I've got an order for May coming up, and then June, July, and then August. And how I've decided to do it is, I wish I could show it to you. I'll show it to you on next week, how I've done it. I've actually given myself a bigger budget than what I need each month, so that there's always something that I can pick from another month if it's sold out or if it's back ordered or something like that, so I can get it no matter what. So I've got two things I'm going to need to cut, so you are going to hear my electric die cutting machine at one point, but let me show you some of the pieces. What's going on? I love it when it gives you little pieces on your paper and you're like, what is that? Okay, so I got a little tag. Hey, Tammy. That is so much better. I can read everybody's. I mean, if you wrote a full paragraph, I wouldn't be able to read it. But so I've got an A2 note card, just basic white. That's about 65-pound card base. That's my cheapy paper. Had to do it. Couldn't do the expensive ones anymore. And then I've got this piece in Pool Party with that lace. So that's going to be a layer. And then I'm using the back of this from the, figure out what the name of the paper is, the Perennial Lavender DSP. So I'm actually using this color here to go with this color here. See how it goes? That's beautiful. And then, of course, our tag is for our sentiment. We're also going to be using, as it says in the title, Stippled Roses. Didn't really use this too much. I have trouble with items that are filled in that much because it doesn't give me a lot towards my artistic feels, you know. Just going to say it like that. Oh, thank you. So we're going to be using the scalloped contour dies, even though they're retiring. The stylish shape dies, that's where I got my little tag, whatever, thingy blubber. Also retiring, and then the Stippled Rose dies, just for the two dies I'm cutting out. I thought about cutting out a third just to get a little bit more greenery, but I think it'll take away from the actual design. So do I. I love a nice, crisp, clean tone. I was originally going with some purples against the Pool Party, and I was like, it just doesn't fit me. You know, it's one of those things where it's like, I'm not an autumn. I'm a spring, you know, kind of thing. So, couple things to talk about before we go live. I know I'm running a little bit behind today. Bill was in here, yada blah blah. So I need not say more. So I will be joining Stampin' Up on the 1st of May. I do not know what the sign up um, add-on is yet. But as soon as I find out on the first, I'll let you guys know so you can decide whether or not you want to join my team or something else, you know, or find another demonstrator close to you. But that's okay. Whatever you want to do is good. Anyway, I'm going to start off with my Misty. I've got my stamps already loaded in there, and if I need to redo it, I've got a little bit of space right here. Can't always have perfection. I'm going to bring my camera mount over here and get started. It's like really weird the way it's doing that. Hang on. Nostrils. I'm trying to find where my off button is. I don't get it. Sorry. As soon as I become a millionaire, I will buy a better rig. But for right now, this is what I got. Oreo cookie, anyone? Oreo cookie? It's not even the double stuff. I actually like the Oreo thins. Which Oreos do you guys like? So you can see here, I have this large leaf and I have the single rose, which I like both of these. So we're going to do them in, I gotta move my colors. We're going to do them in the, nope, that's not it. Pretty Peacock. Yeah, double stuff's the best, but I like the thins because I think it's a better ratio of, hey Linda. Oh, I got a full house today. Oh my. I like the Oreo thins because it's kind of like the gooey stuff in the middle. The cream in the middle is a little bit more extra double stuffed. Oh my goodness. I could not. I just could not. I mean, I could. Don't get me wrong. I could. It's one of those things where you're like, oh, okay. So again, we're using the Pretty Peacock. I'm just going to let it sit here and just lightly arthritic approved. No, see, and that's another thing I've noticed. It's like, ooh, those cookies are shrinking. Those packages are shrinking. So it looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. I think we're good. Okay, so I have my wipey. I'm just going to wipe these down real quick. I just got ink all over me. So you would have been laughing at me this weekend. I took that nail polish off because I kept leaving red marks on all of my cardstock that I was cutting. I must have had a little spot that wasn't covered in the top coat. I'm going to save that for my sentiment. And I was having such a problem with it. I was like, oh, Lord, help me. Okay, so one of the things is you guys know that I love my mint tape, right? It works perfect for low tack, no marks on your cardstock, no matter what color it is. It doesn't leave a tacky film afterwards either. So I went back to go get some more because I'm really low. Lots of people use lots of things. I like this. I didn't in the beginning, but it's grown on me. I moved it. I moved it. It's grown on me. It's one of those things, you know. It's grown on me. I like it. Oh, it just looks crooked now. I'll pull this up and do it again. I am blind, so you know, not legally. You know, I can't see nothing. Okay, so it looks like we got it organized pretty good at the bottom and the top. We're going to try not to touch too much. Put my finger there and here. And over here. And I like 2 pieces. So when I originally got this tape, I didn't like it very much. It wasn't tacky enough for me. And then all of a sudden I ran out of my other tape that I liked. And I was stuck with this and I started using it. I was like, hey, that's not too bad. So I'm almost out, so I'm looking for it. They don't have it in stock. The only thing they have in stock is the 4-inch roll. Like I could cut 4 of these if I had like a laser or something, you know. So I'm like, I'll just roll out a little piece and then cut what I want out of it. Put it back. So I'm going to line up this stem and then kind of get me over and then pull it back a little bit. because I can see that I have extra room on my stem, and I also don't have very much room on the bottom. So I'm going to try to put it there. Let's see if that works. So one of the things I like about these is it doesn't leave a tacky film. It also doesn't pull the color off of your die if you have colored dies. This is going to get noisy. Sorry guys, it's going to get noisy for a minute. Hang on. Hang on, hang on. Okay, there we go. But over time, it became my favorite tape because it doesn't ruin paper. It doesn't pull. If you get too close to the top, you know how some tape will rip it. It doesn't do that. Even my Post-it tape will do that on the edge. So I had a friend ask me, hey, what kind of tape is that you use? This is it's mint tape. You can get it from scrapbook.com. And I sent the link to her because I've always got quick fingers on finding a link for everybody. It is a 1 to 2 use only though. That's probably the only downside of it. It's pretty affordable though. So scrapbook mint tape. Looks like they both turned out beautifully, so we'll use those. Let's get this out of the way. So we're gonna bring in some foam squares. That's not it. Where did it go? Oh, it's over here. It's over here. So we've got our foam squares. I'll put the new one back. And I know that I could have done them in different colors, did this in green and did this in blue or red or pink or anything, but I like the monochrome look when you're doing stuff like this. So I'm going to load up my foam on the back of these so they're ready to go. And you can see one of the marks for my nail right there on my paper. I had to flip it over. I was like, oh, okay. So we got those. We need our sentiment on this one. And I'm going to do it with the same exact color. So it's going to look a little bit different with the pool party. You have to be. Oh, I pushed it too much. Look at that. Way too inky. Well, here's praying. Okay, so I got my line. Am I lined up? Am I? Am I? Yeah, we're down now. So if we're not lined up, we're in a heap of trouble. I didn't cut any extras. Hey, that's pretty good. I could have gone up a little bit more. But let me wipe this off so we don't got any stray ink anywhere. We'll get to making our card. No, turning back. No, you can't do that. Unfortunately, sometimes with my between my sight and my touch, I don't always feel how hard I'm pushing things down and stuff. So I was like, oh, sometimes I get a nice light touch, and other times it's like, oh, Lord, I put too much ink on that one. So we'll go ahead and add some foam to the back of this. And if you notice, a lot of our layers are going to be lifted. It'll turn out good, I hope. It's not a hope. I know it'll turn out good. So for some additional items here, we added a little gold. I was going to go with the Pretty Peacock, but I felt like that's a little dark on dark on dark, you know, so we're just going to go with the gold instead. So this one here does not exactly fit in the middle. I couldn't get the size correct because if I got it right left to right, I couldn't get it right top to bottom. And if you look at the bottom, there's a little bit, let me see if I can get it in the right direction. So let me show you. There's a little bit of a dye, a hint of the dye. See how you can see this little line right here? I don't know why it's so dark in here. But there's that hint of a line right there. And I was trying to line it up and I couldn't because it was going into like the 16ths, the 32nds. So I was like, you know what? I'll get it to the closest to the middle as I can and we'll call that good. So that's what I'm going to do there. we're just going to lay that flat. And this was my alternative paper. I was like, oh, I love that paper. It's so cute. It's so cute. I love it. But it's got to go bye-bye. Make sure that I put tape on the right side. It's all one of those things. A little bit of tape. Almost out. I gotta save it. So I'm just trying to be as close to those lines as I can. I know you guys don't really see them, but I know they're there. Let me see. You can see that. Probably not. Let's pop this up. Everything's getting popped because I'm low on tape. So again, if it's not an Oreo, what kind of cookies do you guys like? Like chocolate chip? Do you like Laura Dune? I love those ones. Right now I'm eating Fig Newtons. So those are really tasty. So we're just going to go ahead and plop this down the best we can. That looks pretty good. Oh, I need one more on this one. Okay, so for this one, I left this long. I really wasn't sure how big of a piece I would need. And yes, I'm taking off my tape and my backing, but I wanted to go ahead and show you that I'm going to go with my first one. I'm going to go down. I can cut that if I need to, and then I'm going to bring it back with the backing showing, and I'm going to bring this on this side as close to that side as I can, and then I'm going to bring it back, and I got to flip it over. When it comes over here, I got to flip it over. Got to get it on the right side here. Just trying to keep my loops about the same size. That's all I'm trying to do, is keep my loops about the same size. And then I will come over here and do it again. Okay. A little bit smaller. A little bit smaller. And then we can go back and fix the first one. Again, you know, it's just a matter of finding the size that fits you and just running with it. So we've got a nice double loop, triple loop. Oh, that one's a little fat. I'm going to make it a little bit skinnier coming in. There we go. A little bit better. And we'll bring this one down just a smidgy. I know, I said smidgy, but you know. Do I got anything? Yeah, I got something right there. And the reason you need to turn it at certain points is so that your gold, instead of this little white bar, isn't sticking out. I try to stay away from cookies. I try, but they're running after me in the store going, buy me, bring me home, buy me, bring me home. Oh, I forgot. This one's supposed to come up here, not another loop. I guess I could do one. I'll do it anyway. Yeah, we'll do one anyway, and we'll give it a nice little trim. There we go. Okay, so that one's done. I'm going to set it upwards, upright, the adhesive facing up, so we don't get that out all used and everything else. We're going to come back with our leaves first. And I need to leave enough room for the piece here, and I'm going to add a little liquid glue to it. I'm thinking something like this. Somebody in trouble in town. And then you see this spot right here where it's bare? I'm going to put the rose right there. So I'm going to overlay this little part right here. I just want to make sure that I'm not covering up my sending too much. Just like that. That was my idea. Like I said, this is a little over of what I normally do, but you know, it works. Okay, so we need something sparkly. And since we did gold, we got to stick with gold. So we're just going to go ahead and this is what I don't like. I'm just going to get my pokey out. My pokies, get you in the pokey. That's in the jail, the pokey, the big house. Just a couple of them is all we need. And like I said, my goal is to be under 30 minutes. We're at 19 minutes and I'm already done. This one is the Festive Pearls. And even if they retire, they're still going to stay in my little stash up here for cards. So I think it's a pretty good card. I like the sending thanks. I like the tone on tone on tone on tone. What do you guys think? Okay. Again, we use the Festive Pearls, some dimensionals. We've got the Stippled Rose stamp set, which is in the reduced area, I think. Maybe not. Being carried. I think it's being carried over. So that's a nice thing. We've got the Perennial Lavender, which is going to be available online. If you're looking for this paper, it's not going away just yet. So that's. Then for our ribbon, we've got our gold and silver combo pack trim. And they are really cute. Even if you use the other side with the little spot there, I think it brings, if you're using vanilla, that would definitely be a good one. Because it kind of matches that vanilla tone instead of white. So no matter what you do, I'm just going to put this piece in there for another time. Oh, it was together. We'll put that back in there for another time. And then, again, we used the Scallop Contours, which are all these beautiful dies. I love this one. So many good dies. These are going away. So if you want them and if they're available, go get them now. Stylish shaped dies. Again, these are going away too. Sorry, guys. They're just going away. And then the Stippled Rose dies, unfortunately, is also going away. They're keeping the stamp set, but not the dies. So, hang on a second while I get everything out of the way. So, let me take this down because I do want to chat with you guys since we got like 7 minutes. Show my card real quick. I think simple cards are sometimes the most beautiful cards. It doesn't look simple. It doesn't seem simple, but it is. It's a quick card. I love it. Okay, let me get this out of the way and then get my phone back where it normally belongs. So, again, we have 7 days until the new catalog comes out. I'm very excited about it. 9 days, sorry, 9 days. 8 days after today. That the new catalog comes out. And I think I'm most excited about getting back into Stampin' Up! And being able to bump up and everything else. And like I said, as I go along, I will talk more about how my approach is. Oh, cool. Thanks, Linda. I appreciate it. So, we're going to go ahead and have a couple things going on in May. The first thing is that probably the second week of May, because the first week is like the middle of the week. Second week of May, I'm actually going to have another demonstrator join me. There's going to be a conversation about the new catalog, all the products in it, everything else. We won't be sharing the catalog. It'll be like a crafty chat. But we might hold it up and go, this is what I'm talking about, page whatever, that kind of stuff. I wish I had equipment to do it otherwise, but I don't. I just can't. Also, I'm looking forward to in the next year to do craft dueling. In case you don't know what that is, it's a thing I'm coming up with myself where you have another crafter with you. We have the same products and come up with 2 completely different designs all within an hour. And the hour is extra time because it's another person and not just me. And so we're looking forward to that. We're also going to be doing the craft a sketch, which I'm going to be doing probably every second Monday of the month. So that we've got the whole month that you can use that sketch over and over and over again. I'll be doing them live. The sketches will be live. It will probably be on an 8x10 piece of paper. Yeah, I love those kind of lives where you're just like, it's like different points of view with the same products, and you get so many great ideas from that. Last thing is, if you are looking for a demonstrator, look no further. You can visit stampinup.com and search demonstrator near you. There we go. That's about it for today. I thank you guys so much for showing up. It's amazing to have all you guys. Boosts my morale a little bit. I've been sick and I've been dealing with some stomach issues and stuff like that. I always love having fun with you guys. You know that. It's one of those areas where it's like I have so much what is the word? I'm so grateful for everybody who crafts, because they know exactly what I feel. They know how I approach things in a lot of ways. So also, before we go, don't forget to like, share, and come back in a little bit and leave a comment in the regular comment area. I'd appreciate it. I think in July we're going to do a giveaway. I'm going to see what Jeannie can make for me. I've been seeing those little the little bags that take care of your junk on top of your table. I'm going to see if she can make me one of those, a mini one to give away. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful evening. Take it easy. We'll see you guys Thursday at 4 Pacific Mountain Standard Time. And you guys have a wonderful evening. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye-bye, everyone. Now the weird button. We're just going to get in there and hit it. There we go. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it so, so much. Thank you.